Hi, I'm Pallavi Symons, your makeup expert at Glamrs.com. Well, if there's two kinds of eye makeup that never go out of trend, they are smoky eyes and cat eyes. We have done the cat eyeliner look before, so now we're going to step up the game a little bit and do a cat eye makeup look, which includes eyeshadows. And we're going to pair it with a huge trend that's on currently, and that is sparkle or glitter. The pairing of black and gold is a huge spring-summer trend this year, and I'm going to show you how you can do a gold and black cat eye. As I always do, I have Sangeet prepped with foundation, concealer and powder. And on our lids, there's a bit of creases formed from the concealer. I'm just going to smooth those away. Just going to put a good amount of powder right here because there's going to be a bit of spill from the black eyeshadow and also the gold shimmer. Make sure you have a bit on the sides of the nose as well because the glitter or shimmer might fly, and the nose is not a great place to leave shiny. So you want to make sure this area is quite matte. I'm going to use a L'Oreal Infallible pencil, and this pencil blends quite easily without drying up. So the longer I have it moving, the easier it is to achieve this look. So I'm going to kind of draw an outline and balance on both sides. So I'm going to actually fill her eyes in first with this kohl, and quite thickly so it actually comes down below the lashes, because whatever product comes below the lashes is what I'm going to borrow to create a shape. So a good amount of that. And as you can see, it's come down below her lashes just a little bit. Now what this does is it gives me an idea of how wide her eye is. And I simply am going to pick up the shape I want to create. So from the product that comes below her lashes, I'm just going to simply pick it up. Kind of gives me a guideline how far I can go with her eye. I'm just going to let that be. Continue with the other eye. Make sure you have the kohl in end to end. And make sure there's a good amount of smear right in between the lashes. Just going to pull it out on this side as well. Now I'll darken those lines as I go. Now I'm going to use the same crayon and a paddle brush to blend. Just drawing the crayon in the corners and lifting just a little bit in the corners. This will do two things for you. Give you a base, a nice cream base for your black to hang on to, and also give you the shape that you need to work on. I'm just going to soften that, blend it in with the line that I made from below. Again, just because you're starting work on this shape, don't go too dark on anything. You can always add color later. So blend it into the brow and the bottom line. So as you can see, she already has a cat shape going. Just repeat that on the other side. Now I'm slowly beginning to amplify the shape. So now when I have that set, you can make out that her eyebrow on the left side is slightly higher. So you make those corrections first before you get on with the entire eye. Now I'm going to work the colors and the intensity way more. I'm going to use an Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner by Maybelline. Now I'm going to start darkening the eye. Don't bring the black too far in because you want the pairing of the metallic to go really well with the black. So all I'm doing with the black is shaping. So I'm just going in quite strong. Be very careful and very sure. If you notice, I'm making a tiny little V here, which I'll blend very quickly. I'll blend it really quickly into the crease as well, because you want to wrap the gold in a nice deep black. And using a pencil smudging brush, just make sure you have this very sharp. Just blend the black into the crease as well, really softly. So once you have the black shape vaguely done, I'm going to just put a bit of eyeshadow, black eyeshadow over it to set and give it a softer effect. Just go over the gel that you've applied because it instantly intensifies the black and softens it as well. Follow the shape that you've created and make sure that the corner has a nice blend for the gold eyeshadow, but I am painting into the crease just a little bit. Now I'm going to just join the upper and lower liner. And using the concealer brush, again remove the creases and brighten this area. Now for the base for the gold, I'm going to use Maybelline's Color Tattoo in Bold Gold. It's a paint pot. So I'm using a concealer brush to just work the color in. Paint the bare part of the skin on the eyelids. I'm going to use a Makeup Forever glitter powder. What I'm going to do is just pat on just where you've left the skin bare. And try and get as little of the product as you can on the black, because you don't want the black to lose its intensity. I'm using a Faces eyeshadow in 007. I'm just going to brighten the top of her brows. And using a clean blending brush, just going to soften the black. And now I'm just going to add the gel eyeliner to complement the shape. So I'm just going to do the same thing below. So there you have a beautiful cat eye once you join the top and the bottom. Now to clear up, clean up around the eye. Like I said, there's dusting powder there and it should ideally just come off if you did that. But if you had more trouble than that to take it off, use a scotch tape and simply wax the glitter off the face. So I'm going to go in with the mascara now. I'm using a Bourjois Volume Glamour Max Definition Mascara. Be careful not to touch the glitter. And also make sure you remove all the glitter from the lashes. I'm going to keep the rest of the face really bare. Make sure you have very groomed eyebrows. It's a very sharp look. Really Middle Eastern influenced actually. A tiny amount of it just to lift her cheekbones a little bit. So I'm not even using it as a blush. Just under the cheekbones, very softly. To finish off, I'm just using a very sheer gloss in Peach by Glam Shine by L'Oreal. There you go, the latest trend in makeup, a pairing of classic winged cat eyes with gold and black.
I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay tuned, stay glamorous.